Hello, everybody. It's yours truly, NEWSCLUES here, again with this weekend's news clues. Man, the last week was actually pretty big in terms of news. We got some presentations that were announced coming next month. Some big releases coming up, and some surprise announcements for demos too. So, without further ado, let's get started. Oh, and Ethan did send me some stuff about anime, and we have a little bit of movie news too, but just a little bit. So, without further ado, let's start with some of the big announcements for presentations. So, Gorilla's Collective 2021 has been announced for June, and it will be split up into 2 different days. The first day will be happening on June 5th. So right before E3, and then day 2 will be happening on June 12th, which I think is during E3. Don't quote me on that. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's either during or around the time of E3. So yeah. They are promising world wide range game footage, guest stars, and news-filled showcases, and there will be over 80 titles from several different developers. The confirmed participants so far will be two awesome studio developers of Lane Swept, 505 Games, well known for Control and Bloodstained, Appa Games, well known for Mudzone, I can't pronounce it. Sheesh. All In Games, which is the makers of Ghost Runner. Goblin's Studio, makers of Banners of Ruin. Fellow Traveler, maker of Genesis Noir. Good Shepherd, maker of Monster Train. Graffiti Games, maker of Turnip Boy Commits Tax Evasion. That's a mouthful. Humble Games, maker of Tim Tim. Heads Up Games, makers of Bridge Creator. They could be publishers or makers. I probably should have said that beforehand. But I'm just reading off a list literally, so I don't know who's who. But I'm gonna go off of some of these because I do know some of these are developers. But anyways, Heads Up Games, Bridge Constructor. We have Hype Train Digital, which is the makers of Bliff Edge. Inner Sloth, of course, I don't think I need to say this much, but they are the makers of the popular hit multiplayer game at the moment, Among Us. Tiny Build, maker of several different games, but well known for Hello Neighbor. Neon Descent, makers of Doors and Insanity. Perfect World, makers of Torchlight 3, which, by the way, is available on Game Pass if you want to check it out. Then we have Fury, makers of Call of the Sea, which is also on Game Pass, by the way. Sorry for the Game Pass plugs. I'm just saying out of interest. And there will be a reason I'll talk about at the end of the video for that as well. But anyways, Super Hot Studio, we'll make of, this is obvious, Super Hot. Wonderful, makers of Lonely Mountains Downhill. Pardon me. Versus Evil. The makers of the Banner Saga. Whitethorn Games, makers of Calico. So those are all the confirmed participants. There's probably more considering this 80 games. I doubt they're all from these publishers and developers, but who knows? So after the first in a small note, after the first Girl Collective event on June 5th, there will be a Black Voices in Gaming segment taking place to highlight Black voices in the gaming industry and spotlight games made by Black developers. Also, after the June 12th presentation, there will be a wholesome direct which will hold more than 75 titles. So even after this, after the one across these two, we basically have. Hold on, let me do my math. Actually, I had to pull up my calculator here, guys. This is embarrassing. Hold on a second. 155 titles, and that's not including anything else we see off screen in terms of surprises. So yeah, Girl Collective has a lot planned for June. Looks like we're gonna be in for a pretty plentiful showcase of indies and big stuff. We'll see what happens. Okay, so limited run games. This should not be a surprise to anybody. Is also coming back for E3 or around E3, I should say, and it's been announced for June 14th. I will leave a link in the description below, by the way, for all of these events, so you guys can read the specific times. I don't want to announce the times because I still got to plan out when I'm going to be watching most of this stuff, due to the fact that I am going to be doing E3, which, by the way, I can confirm Ethan will be around for me for E3, so I'll get details out about that soon. But for the time being, stay clued. But yeah. So in previous years, we've gotten some pretty big limited run game announcements. There are also official Xbox publishers now, so maybe some limited run Xbox games. Okay, so EA Play is coming back again, but apparently it's not coming in June. We will be getting EA Play 1 month later on July 22nd. Second is the official tweet. Now I'm not so sure when this is going to be happening, but I'm not sure exactly what's gonna happen in this presentation because I don't follow EA for obvious reasons. But considering they've announced stuff for Switch before and other good games as well, who knows what it could bring to the table. Well, okay, so we have some we have some words from the director of Star Allies talking about the next phase for our little pink puff Kirby. So, so he said, and I'll leave a link in the description below to the article of Nintendo Everything saying this, by the way. With he's referring to Star Allies. Its release, we have finally broken the 11-year drought of side-scrolling titles on consoles. We have also added co-op multiplayer that fans have waited for. Another accomplishment for that the staff feel great about. And now we can finally move on to the next phase. I would still try new things at work every day, talking to my colleagues about where to take the series next. Together with them, if only to please a single fan, we are playing the next stage of our future. The team is a combination of the best aspects of the Kirby franchise, and we hope you look forward to what we have coming next. I'm not sure exactly what is in plan and for Kirby. Star Allies released a while back, and it's been a little quiet since for our Pink Puff pal. So I'm not sure what they are planning next for Kirby, but I trust Al to do well. Well, maybe hopefully hopefully the Kirby fans, including myself, will get that 3D platformer. If you guys want to see the whole translation, I'll leave a link in the description below to Nintendo Everything's article. That's why I let it off of, so yeah. Okay, so the Pokemon Company, as you guys know, is releasing music throughout the year to celebrate Pokemon's 25th anniversary, and they've just released the next single in that one, and that is Electric, by Katy Perry as part of Pokemon 25, the album. I'll leave a link in the description below to the music video and stuff, so everybody can take a look. But yeah. So yeah, that's some of the stuff that was announced for Nintendo and some other stuff too. So yeah. All right, now for Xbox. So for Xbox fans, this isn't really all that big. Because it's not referring to us, but personally, I still think it's big news. Xbox Series S and X will be launching next month in mainland China, confirmed by Microsoft. I'm not necessarily sure what's going to be launching over there. I will leave a link in the description below to the price points for everybody to take a look at. Let me see. So good news for for Ghost Runner fans on both PlayStation and Xbox. Ghost Runner is getting an official sequel for the next gen consoles. So look forward to it. Now this is probably something that I have talk about later. But Party Chat will now be transcribing speech and text a syllable speech from text. So basically that means it will translate other people's voices to text for those who can't hear, which it will be nice. And you probably have noticed this already with the official Xbox Twitter account, but Xbox has started the celebration of 20 years. This year marks 20 years of the original Xbox launching. And Microsoft has already started the celebration. You'll probably see this in some of my upcoming videos for Maniatic May Madness. But as you guys have noticed, one of the cool things, if you own an Xbox Series S or X, you can change to an original background inspired or based off of the original background from the Xbox. From the original Xbox, which is pretty nice to say the least. So yeah, I look forward to it. As you guys will probably notice as well, every Xbox video going forward, since they've officially kicked off the celebration, will be having the Xbox 20th anniversary logo in honor of that. So yeah, but that's for all Xbox videos going forward. Whether it be Xbox One, Xbox Series S, X, 360, any of the Xbox systems. So yeah. Now this will obviously be coming a little bit later than expected in May Madness, since I got it pre-recorded and I already have videos scheduled to go live that day in addition to Opia Live, which I got to record. But Scarlet Nexus is getting a time-exclusive demo for the Xbox Series S and X, and yours truly will be recording and covering it on the channel as part of Maniatic May Madness. So for those who are looking forward to it, definitely I'm super excited. Now for those who have been waiting to get a Series S and X, Xbox is introducing a brand new way to do that. So if you're an Xbox insider, you can be part of what do they call it now? The console purchase program. So if anybody who lives in the US, sorry, anybody internationally, is on an Xbox One, you can register to reserve an Xbox Series S or X console. There will be limited space that is available, and not all who register will be selected. So just something to know. No, I'm actually pretty excited for that. And it's an Xbox fan, but yeah, we'll see what happens with that. All right, so you probably don't know this, guys, but um, Xbox has just released the May update 2021 update. As you guys know, I am an Xbox insider, so you've probably already been seeing some of the changes on my list as I've been recording videos for you guys. But to clarify some of the changes, some of the things that have been added to this update, since it's now rolling out to all users, is some quick resume improvements. So I'll show it on the screen here. But as you guys can tell, they've added a special section and group for any quick resume games. You can quick resume, and someone tested this, up to 11 games at once. So we finally know how many games we can quick resume. So you can quick resume 11 games at once on Xbox, which is pretty nice to say the least. Also, you'll probably notice this inside the menu. But if you look inside the menu, you'll also see when you're on a game if it supports quick resume. Zoom with a brand new tag on the side. You'll obviously see this possibly in several examples later, and I might do a showcase showing the update. But yeah. Another thing, we got in addition to the original Xbox background, we got another new dramatic background called moats. Which is pretty cool. For those who have the Xbox app on Android and iOS, it just keeps getting better and better for you guys. They will stay connected with a push notification to let you guys know when your friends go live. So yeah. They're also updating achievement game pages to add game stats, including time played. Lastly, reliability is important to us, and we've made some changes to improve the app unloading your chats tab, and sending messages on the app. Also, this is probably not really any big significance, but the PC version of the Smart Glass app will be setting starting this June. So, for those who possibly still use it, just a warning. There we go. Okay. Alright, and that is all for Xbox. Okay, so next up, we have PlayStation. So Sony has said officially that they have about 25 exclusives in development for PS5. And it has hinted that there's more to look forward to from third party. I'm not sure how to take that, but I look forward to seeing how many of those exclusives will be definitely worth checking out. And if they're worth the $70 price tag. Yes. Also, Sony has finally revealed 2 brand new colors available for the DualShock. Sorry, PlayStation fans, no new colors for the PlayStation 5 yet. Patience. But these 2 new colors will be Cosmic Red and Midnight Black. Now, why it's not a classic DualShock Black, I will take the DualSense Black. It looks definitely good. Both of them actually do. I'm not planning to buy these new controllers for the time being, mainly because I don't have a PS5 yet. But they do look good, I will say that. Okay, so according to some people, apparently the next gen VR for PlayStation 5 sounds absolutely mind-blowing. What are the key details? Oh, wait, rumor. Oopsies. You can't speak about that. Nearly booked by Rule there. Okay, so the last thing in terms of PlayStation. So Queen of Butcher Spirits is coming out this August, and right now the team at Amber Labs is already planning for the next game, which I'm super excited for. Also, real quick shout out to the team over at Insomniac as Ratchet and Clank has officially gone gold a couple weeks ahead of its launch. So congratulations to the team. All right, and that's it for PlayStation, Xbox, and Switch news. So like I said, we still have a little bit more news to go over. The last piece of news. Last piece of the news I have yet to talk about. Okay, so Scarlet Nexus's anime, speaking of Scarlet Nexus, will be airing July 1st. So after the initial release of Scarlet Nexus, the anime will start airing. So be sure to look forward to that. Netflix has also announced a brand new Ultraman movie in the works. Okay, so here's what it says. Making this hold on a second. And this is from Comic Book, by the way. Variety report the new movie, which will be directed by animator Shannon Tony, who previously worked on local films such as Colleen and Cabo and the Two Strings, is promising computer-generated animation to bring the giant warrior to a new audience. Tully wrote the script for the upcoming film alongside creator Mark Hymson and Jagan Asen. Sorry if I butchered your names. Who worked on the likes of. Okay, I hope they should have specified, but DuckTales. I'm gonna go off and say it's possibly the reboot. Boots and Gravity Falls is also mentioned. So these guys have worked in the likes of Disney in the past. Well, and they will be co-directing the film. There's no release date or cast that has been revealed, but I am looking forward to seeing what this new Ultraman movie looks like. Hopefully it's good for the fans' sake too. It better be. Okay, so this is some other stuff here. But I'm not gonna go over it all that Ethan sent me. I will go over these last three pieces of news that I think is pretty important. Okay, so for those who are fans of, sorry if I butchered this series' name, I apologize. Raken Kensen series, it gets new novel on July 2nd. So July 2nd, for those who are fans of that series, will be in a new novel, and let me see, it is titled Radsen Kensen Kamo Dojo Makatoto. Yeah, I cannot pronounce that one. Oh, sheesh. Spoiler warning, about to tell you the plot, about to tell you the synopsis, so if you're if you don't want spoilers, click away right now. The story takes place in the 12th year of the Meiji era, where Kensen and Konu are having a modest wedding ceremony. Festive decorations are placed in the Kamadatsu Visade. Kamadatsu is wearing the crested hamaka of Koto's late father, Kajama, and Konomo is wearing the wedding dress of her late mother. During this time, recalls the evening where she and Constant met. Phew! So it sounds like this one is gonna be centering around a happy time. Although, if I know anime, and I do know my anime, there's always a catch. So don't expect it to be all fun and roses. At least I hope not. Okay, so apparently, according to Warner Brothers, and yes, I'm not sure if I can believe this myself, but apparently HBO Max movie releases are not hurting the Warner Brothers box office. Interesting. So according to here, AT&T has chose to have its Warner Brothers Studios release this year's entire slate of films on HBO Max the same day they are delivered to theaters, and despite fears that it potentially might undercut box office revenue, that doesn't seem to have happened. However, and the controversial decision may have been a very smart one to make. I'm not sure I'm gonna agree with that. There still could be some problems with that my friend. But yeah, we'll wait and see what happens. And finally, I have two more movie releases to talk about. For those who are waiting for the those Who Wish Me Dead movie starring Angelina Jolie. It is now playing in theaters and streaming exclusively on HBO Max, so you can check it out over there if you want to. And for those who are fans of the Spirit franchise, which I do know there's a lot of Spirit fans out there, Spirit Untamed will be coming only in theaters on June 4th. So, right before the big E3 madness, will we get Spirit Untamed. This should be I'll definitely check out this movie and see what this is like. I'm gonna try to get into some other franchises outside of what I'm used to really help me brighten my aspects. And yeah, that's it for this week's News Clues. So next week is going to be my sister's birthday, so I'm not sure what we're going to be doing that weekend, but I will probably get News Clues out a little late if possible. Ethan will be with me this time though, so I will have a little bit of help this time, thankfully. Alright guys, that's all for now, and this is yours truly, Music Clues, signing out, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.